Right, hi guys, I'm going to show you today how to actually redo a sealing bar from scratch where it gets burnt out, either the element gets burnt out or if the Teflon tape gets worn off. So the tools you need are a pair of scissors, scalpel, 10mm spanner, a set of grips of some sort, pliers, grips, anything that will do. Some clips to hold it together once you've done, which will work like that, so it keeps the tape together until it's you've actually used it. And for tools wise, you'll also need the pattern that I showed you, that I said to use. For parts wise, double-sided tape, Teflon tape, and your element wire. Right, so you'll get the sealing bar. This is one I've actually made up, but I'll strip it. I'll show you how to strip it. So you basically peel it back, peel it off. So it's sometimes a little bit difficult with the double-sided tape, but you should be able to do it reasonably easily. So keep peeling it back. There we go. And it will come. Just peel it right off. Throw that away. That's the old tape that's worn out. Sometimes you get tape that's worn out, but the element's okay. Most of the time the element's actually broken. So you would actually remove the broken element. You'd also remove what's left of the double-sided tape. You just have to rub it off with your thumb. As you can see, it's slowly peeling back. It does take time, but you'll get there. So once you've done that, 90% of the time you don't have to replace this. You can. So we're at the stage where you've stripped off the element wire, you've took the pins out. Now this also may be damaged, and if it is, it's the same as the outer covering. Strip it off completely. When you do that, it's also a good idea to check those internal insulated washers. Now if you look here, there's actually two sizes of washers. One washer is the one that goes on the outside of the pin, so you can see that fits. The smaller washer is actually the one that goes inside there, and it's quite easy to pop out. You just get a small screwdriver and just get a hold of it and you force it out. There you go. So you see, that one was actually okay, but I forced it out. Sometimes they will look like that, damaged, so, or even not quite easy to see, but it is certainly damaged. So you then replace that once you've got it all stripped. So we're right down to the bare bar. I'm going to put a new washer in. Right, so once you've stripped off the Teflon tape, examine the washer in there. It may be damaged. It may look like this. It may look like this. Now this one, you can actually see the damage on it. So we would replace that with new. You'd pop it out with a screwdriver. You stick the screwdriver in and catch the washer to pop it out, and it should come. It will be stiff. Yep, it is coming. That moved. There we go, that's gone. You see part of it's still left in, so I need to do the rest. Here we go, that's completely out now. So then I'd take the new washer, stick it in. Sometimes you've got to push or knock them in. Small punch. That's just the right size. That's in nice and tight now, as you can see. So that washer will insulate the pin from the bar, so it will go through. I'm not going to force it just now. Oh, sorry, it's that one. Yep. Yeah, they will go through. So once you've got both washers replaced, you've then got to look at how you want to replace the tape. So you've got two choices. You can use your double-sided tape, and you can cut a piece of Teflon tape and stick it down, or I find the easier method, if you've got the Teflon tape with the adhesive already stuck on. So there you go. And if you've got this, which you can order, cut it longer like we said earlier on. What have I done with my scissors? Doesn't matter, I've got a knife. Oh, there's scissors. So cut it longer, peel it off, hopefully your eyesight's better than mine. Alright, there we go. Peel that off, stick that down. And then you cut the holes out with your knife. Again, you can cut it back a little bit if you want here. And if you find that you've overlapped a little bit, you can take your knife down that way as well, just to trim it. Do both sides, and then you can start putting your pins in. So once you're at that stage, got that back on or removed it, you can then look about fitting a new element. The pins sometimes also get burnt when the element burns. Use a small rotary wire brush and clean it out. It's easy, doesn't need a lot of force. So once you've done that, put this back in, so that way. Then you would put on your insulated washer there. Then you get your element wire, bend it ever so slightly, put it in and through. It's a little bit awkward, through the hole. Let me see. Yep, it is awkward. There we go. So I don't know if you can see that, hopefully you can. It's now sticking through. Then you want to get steel washer, put that on, then the nut, put that on. You want to tighten it as much as you can with your fingers. Now this is the point where the 10mm spanner and the either pliers or grips come in. You want to grip the pin and then you want to tighten the nut. Not severely tight, but tight enough. Once you've done that, you'll see that there's a piece of wire still sticking here. All you have to do with that is work it up and down till it snaps. If you've left it too short, get a small pair of long nose pliers to do this. And it will snap. If eventually. There we go. So yeah, I've snapped that wire off. As you can see, you want to have it lying flat. You put the other pin in. So I'll put the insulated washer on first, sorry. Then the wire back in. Hold it tight. As you can see, it's flat all the way. You would then hold that very tight, put on your washer, put on your nut again and snap it off. It's that simple, and what you'll end up with is exactly what I've got here, where both wires have been snapped off. Once you've done that, then you would, and you've got your Teflon already cut out with the pattern, which you know how to do. Put on the double-sided tape like this. From this, where's the end? Yeah, you just stretch it full length and stick it down. Once you've done that, you'll need your scalpel again. Cut these out. So you're cutting the tape out also. You would do that all four corners. Once you've done that, you would then peel back the tape here and here. Put your bar in the middle and basically just wrap it back round. You can do that both ways. It just takes a little bit of patience and sometimes a bit of practice. And it is a good idea to actually cut this pattern slightly longer than the bar, because you can always cut it shorter once you've got it on this. Again, with the scalpel, which is the best tool you can use. You can also use your scalpel to clean any excess tape if you've not got it quite lined up correctly. Clean that off around there. And lastly, you'll see that hole. You need to actually cut on that side as well. Just stick your scalpel in and turn it round. Yep. Make sure you do both sides. And that's basically how you make a bar up. You can then test it with an ohms meter, or you can put it straight onto a sealer and test it that way. If there's a short between the element wire and the bar, all it is the sealer will not work. It won't damage it in any way. Or you can just test it with an ohms meter. And that's it, guys. It's easy. It's a matter of practice. And the best bit of the lot is once you've got that nut on there, is to do that, work it and snap it off, and it will snap off easily. It saves folding it up. Thank you.